So what do you want to ask me about? I don't remember ever liking my mother. I know most boys grow up loving their mamas, but not me. I was an only child. My dad died before I was born. My mom always had a string of boyfriends for about 10 years before she married that piece of shit Bill. She never really paid much attention to me. She would laugh when Bill would hit me. Bill would come home from work. He worked as an auto mechanic. And it was my job to bring him a beer when he sat his fat ass down on the couch. When I was even a second late, he would hit me, which was pretty much every day. And my mama would always be making dinner in the kitchen, always something deep fried, and I could always hear her laughing in the background. And when I was 16, I just couldn't take it anymore. It was Christmas Eve, and my mom had prepared a big dinner for the three of us. And Bill and I were seated at the kitchen table. He had already had at least 6 beers. When my mom placed this big, disgusting looking deep fried turkey right in front of me, and she asked me to do the honor of carving the turkey and handed me the carving knife. And I stood up and I looked down at the turkey, and I looked over at Bill. Without even thinking much about it, I jammed the carving knife right into his neck. And when I pulled it out, there was blood everywhere. And he fell out of his chair, gasping for air as he died. And my mom was screaming and she ran back into the kitchen. I went after her. And she bent over the kitchen sink, puking her guts out. And I stabbed her in the back 5 or 6 times before she fell to the floor. And I dropped the knife and I walked out the front door of our house. And there was blood all over my clothes and blood dripping from my hand. And the neighbor saw me walking down the sidewalk, so it must have been him who called the police. Didn't make it more than a few blocks before they picked me up. I ask myself all the time if I could go back in time, if I would have done anything differently. I just regret not killing that fucker Bill sooner. I hated that son of a bitch. My mom was much better. Yeah.